right, guys, let's take a look at something pretty cool. Let's zoom out. Got a pretty big car. So you know the drill. We'll take the quick walk around and then we'll jump into the details. I'll give you guys a quick story on this car. The first time I found this car and spoke with the owner, I was hesitant on buying this car. And my reason was I had never seen this color. So I was fully of the belief that this car had been painted. It wasn't until a couple of months later, a buddy of mine sent me this same car. And he physically went up there and touched it and sent me a picture of the body tag. We did a little bit of investigating, a little bit of digging. And this car left the factory in paint code 59, which is dark poly brown. I reached out to the guy that I know that is most knowledgeable on these Caprices, probably deals with more of them than anybody else, and he told me he had never seen this color. So we'll jump right into it. I'll give you this. The paint is from 1975, so it does have its marks, its bruises, but this car is the straightest, the most rust-free 1975 Caprice that I've ever put my hands on. Little ding there, couple of scrapes there, watermarks there. Again, she is a driver. I couldn't bring myself to paint it just because of how rare it was. She's got some little wear spots in the paint, but for the most part, she shines up really well, presents really well. Nice driver quality chrome. The headlight bezels are nice and bright. I'll give you guys a little cheat code. The vehicle was 59 paint code, which is dark poly brown, but the top was 19R, which this car was actually born with a black top. The cheat code on these Caprices, and my buddy taught me this, is if you look at the belt molding, it's always color matched to what the top would have been. So this top has been changed at some point. This top is in excellent condition. No leaks, no cuts, no tears, no dry rotting, no fraying. Just in excellent condition. The other super cool thing about this car is that it was also born with the saddle interior. We'll let the top down. We'll jump into the interior. All right, really quick so that we can shut this thing off. We'll take a look up underneath the hood. As you can see, runs like a sewing machine. No shaking, no rattling, no smoking, none of that. Stock 5.7 AC car from the factory. Nice and clean up underneath the hood, original underneath the hood, with the exception of that battery shut-off switch there. Let's jump to the interior. If you can see that, odometer reads 71,508. You have a perfect dashboard, super nice interior, new carpet, factory radio still in place. Seats are in great shape. Door panels. Let's take a look inside the doors. The physical panels and the bottoms of the doors. Again, original paint car. This is just some fading in the original paint. But look at the cab corners. Everywhere that these cars rust, there is none. What I will say for this car, again, it was born with the saddle interior. When I got the car, the seat bottom on the driver's seat was split. We had it recovered, but unfortunately, they do not make that original pattern. It was a very marbled pattern, and it's impossible to match. You could get the same pattern, but you could not get it with the perforations. So we did have to color match the entire interior to get it to what it needed to be. Again, in the door jambs, the panels, the bottoms of the doors are just absolutely amazing. Cab corners. And you know the drill. I let these tops down on camera, and when they go to clean up, they don't let them down. But excellent header panel, just a little dusty. But guys, I think that is gonna be it, with the exception of opening the trunk and popping this one up on a lift. Not a whole lot to talk about. Absolutely rare, absolutely beautiful 1975 Caprice Classic. All right guys, I just couldn't resist it. It is a gorgeous Atlanta summer night. So we're gonna take the 75 out for a quick cruise. As you can see, turn signal indicators work in both directions on the inside and the outside of the car. The dash lights work. They are dim. The dash and radio lights work. My camera's having a hard time picking that up, but they absolutely do work. She is just as smooth as butter. Speedo works. Odometer works. I have not attempted to tune a radio station, but the radio works. We got working radio as well. Let's turn that off before YouTube copyrights us. But not a whole lot to talk about, guys. Great car. Let's check the high beams work as well. There we go. 1975 Chevy Caprice. I'm gonna get out and enjoy this for a minute. Just real quick, tail lights. Headlights. Lower markers. Everything functions like it should. All right, let's take a look up underneath what has been the cleanest 75 that I've ever touched. This car is originally a California car. I mean, you see some dirt and grime here, but the car has not been undercoated. Look at the trunk supports. Look at the extensions. check out the frame and check out the floor pans as we go. But you know, normally I'm showing you flaking, undercoating, that type of things. This has not been coated. I didn't put any paint under here. It is just absolutely gorgeous underneath. I touch a ton of cars, and I'm just gonna say that you would be super hard pressed to find another one like this. I mean, just the tabs are still in the floor drains. Just absolutely beautiful underneath. 1975 Chevy Caprice.